I always keep my system drive with just Windows operating system and programs. There's no data on there at all. I back this up occasionally with Norton Ghost, and if I need to restore in 6 months for whatever reason, I can get back to exactly where I was, and I haven't lost any data. I'm not overwriting data. It also goes very quickly. This whole partition is, has about 10 gigabytes of stuff here. It's less than that. 7.8 gigs are used, so that doesn't take very long. I actually have a separate hard drive that you're not seeing here that's unplugged. It's inside my computer and has 3 partitions, so I can keep the last 3 copies of Ghost backups. Now, my data drive, this is what I call small data, and this just has base trap documentation in my accounting system and DreamStation software synth presets, and I keep a copy of Ellie's data from her computer. We back up to multiple places, including this computer. So it gets propagated around all the different backups, and have funny things in GIF files and programming information and MIDI files and just all kinds of things here that are small and don't take up a lot of space, unlike audio and video files. I also have a temporary audio partition that's about 4 gigs, and it's in all the programs that create a lot of temporary files and then delete them, store their stuff here. WinZip is set up to store its things here. Vegas, you can see, has the redo buffer is here. SoundForge puts its temporary files there, and that way I don't care if it gets fragmented because the files get created and then they get deleted, and it's no big deal. And the same thing here with the web temp files. I have 2 different temporary internet files, folders for the different browsers I use. And I have a source partition, and this contains all of the programs I've downloaded or purchased. Anything that doesn't come on a CD or DVD, I save here, and drivers that I've downloaded for all of my computers, and sometimes I even keep things for friends' computers if they're not knowledgeable. I have the latest drivers of various sound cards that I don't even own, just to do that kind of housekeeping for my friends. My sound fonts never fragment. I haven't edited new sound font sample sets in probably a year, and I haven't created new ones, so I don't have to back them up often. And this is really a big part of the whole reason of organizing this way. The sound fonts don't fragment, so I don't have to back them up. I don't have to defrag. I can defrag my temp drive once in a while as needed. I keep mail and news separate. I always keep my last 3 to 4 months worth of incoming and outgoing emails so I can refer to things. And I have separate folders on this Ghost partition for Ellie's computer, my computer, the laptop in our living room. Actually, this is from my previous computer, which I still have. I'll also mention I have 2 physical hard drives in my computer. One of them is drive C through M here, this audio back. And then another physical drive is N, O, and P. So when I want to back up my data, and I back up, as I mentioned, to many different places, rotating, one of the places is to this local backup, and this has a backup of all the things from the first drive. So if the first drive physically fails, actually breaks, not just gets corrupted or something happens, but if it physically breaks, I have everything on this other drive. And so this is one of my backups in rotation. Audio and video are big partitions for all my projects, and I back those up back to this M partition, which is on the first drive. I don't have room for all of my video folders. This is a very, very big drive. But my current projects that I'm working on now. There are other drives that I have that aren't shown here. I have a number of FireWire and USB drives, really, really big ones, but I only turn them on when I'm actually using them. And that's pretty much it. Folders are named with meaningful names, and the sound fonts are organized by instrument category and data by, what kind of data it is. And I find that very, very easy. It's easy to find things. It's easy to know what needs to be backed up. Because the partitions are not humongous, it doesn't take that long to defragment them when needed. And this is just the way I like to work, and I find it very efficient.